From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped. The Ducks offense will take the field first. The Ducks slipped out with a close one the last time they squared off with the Beavers.
They were sleepwalking. They felt like on paper they matched up extremely well against their in-state rival, but David, they got caught napping early. That can't happen again today.
And the Beavers don't care what their record is. They want a bite of Oregon every single year. They want to ruin their season, and last year they got so close, they're chomping at the bit for this win.
Back to pass, it's Lagway. Grab near the marker, it's Stewart. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
Well, this guy obviously spent a lot of time in the film room this week because he is dissecting this defense early in the game in the opening drive. Great job with his eyes, great job with his rhythm, an explosive play there. This defense does not have an answer for this team.
He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. And the defense stopped him again on second and goal. Here we go. Quarterback on the keeper. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the line. Goes to the option.
But what a great play by the defense. With their backs against the wall, they create the fumble and then jump onto their own end zone for the touchback.
Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Timeout call here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Johnson looking to throw. He's got him. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. What do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. The Beavers will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Here's the return. He gets a block. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure every ball carrier has to have, and they just got to do a better job moving forward.
They'll move the wide receiver. Little touch pass to the receiver. He's loose. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. The Ducks come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Grab behind the line. It's Boston. They run into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. He does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Johnson wants to throw it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. It seems as if this old feud has been going on since Lewis and Clark set the foundation for the Oregon Trail. They've been playing since 1894, guys.
Game's been played for a long time. A lot on the line.
And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the Heat, and down he goes again. And the Beavers will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Not able to pop the big return, but they got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Great place to start for this offense. The option look. He'll toss it. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll run the option. And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense falls on the ball. It's going to be a turnover.
Fumbles are great when you force them. You're always thinking about as a defensive player. And when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain. That ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming. You really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Had a chance to talk it over during the break. They'll start with 2nd down. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Johnson looking to throw. Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation. And now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
On 3rd down, going up top. And to get rid of it quickly. And it's incomplete. send out the punt unit.
Number 31 on to kick it away.
He's got it. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Mid-Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football ball. Turnovers to side games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That fast. Get to the guy and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the start. Getting off the ball so quick. Turning the backfield, making something happen.
Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Breaks into the open. Touchdown Ducks! He got a step and just dusted the field. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you had my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop. Who knows? Better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Johnson wants to throw it. Got it downfield. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Great job by the offense. Listen, the defense is going to sit back in zone. You know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys in the looking at the quarterback. They're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those first downs. Get those big chunks.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Good pick up a little bit short of the sticks.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long-yarded situations.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Finding an escape route.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They've got to be more physical. Get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Trying to get rid of it. And just not enough field to hold that one. It's incomplete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. And his first throw here is incomplete.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Got him, and sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He's got room. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
You know, they went QB design run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. He couldn't go outside, and there were just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose a yard.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Stuff on back-to-back plays. He got nothing. Quarterback stands alone. All wide receivers. Dropping back. It's Lagway. Quick strike complete. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's fourth down. Will they bring out the punt team? They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. And the returner is stopped. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Throws to the wideout. Open downfield. Nice pickup. Gets it to the 20. They move the sticks, and they can still stop the clock. They kept working at it, and finally a shot in the red zone. It's first and 10 from the 20. Catch in the middle. It's Anderson. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw time, running short in the half. Breaks the grab. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Looking to throw. Going for 6.
Great job by this offense finishing the half. It wasn't perfect. You're still trailing, but now you've cut that lead to a 1-score game. Now in the second half, you come out, make some things happen. We just created some big momentum for this offense. Now we take it into halftime.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors, our halftime update.
Guys, some real edge-of-your-seat moments, and there's still 2 quarters to go here between the Ducks and Beavers. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Oregon and Oregon State plays out.
The Ducks will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready. They're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly ball first.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They are going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too, and that time, that was a great play call defensively.
There's the pressure. And they can't make the connection on third down.
Well, you get the incompletion there on third down. You've still got a half of football basically to play. Do you trust your defense down 1 possession to get it back to give you a shot? If you don't, you've got to stay out there and you've got to go for this. You've got to dial up your best play to stay on the field.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again. Create some momentum. Just get a few first downs and I'm in scoring position.
He leaves it with his back. That is a big win for this defense.
This defense needs to get back in the football game. They've got to match the physicality of this offense, and that's a great start for the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Fires to the middle. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical. The Ducks will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Here's the fair catch, and he'll take it close to the 20-yard line. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. First play of the drive comes from the 22. The give on the inside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Here comes the heat. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And the defense just gets their 4th sack of the day. And guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week too. So you needed some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays for you.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads it left. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Might as well give it to him again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Trying play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got
Defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
looking to throw its flag way. Catch in the middle. It's Hunter. Doesn't quite make it to the first down. After the catch, but a good stop leaves him with a 4th and short.
Really good job on the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle. Force the 4th down.
They stop him short of the mark. They'll put him over on down.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. You need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. To the air on 1st down. That's caught. It's well. That's a kind of play that can really get you going if they have a 1st down at the 43.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, what happens is that DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. After swapping ends in the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Under fire! And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Maybe a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last time.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Let's jump throwing the football.
They tracked the football from the running back to the receiver, and they were able to rally to him and make a big tackle for a loss.
It's complete to the left. There he goes. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10.
And offenses practice this situation. This is 4-minute offense. You've got the lead late in the game. You're trying to bleed the clock and just get first downs. They do that, they stay in bounds, and the clock keeps ticking.
And the Ducks with the 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. To the air. It's Lagway. Makes the grab. It's Hunter. Got enough space. Touchdown, Oregon. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
And we'll have a shakeup in the Mountain West standings this week. Check this out. New Mexico stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Albuquerque. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. A busy day in the Mountain West and an outcome that figures to shuffle the deck there as we send it back to you.
Hey, Kevin Connors, keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Takes it the other way. And what a play and what a return as he... all the way back inside the 10.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception.
And here's the pick. And oh, did they need that right now. Inside the 40. That's right. He's at it. Touchdown, Oregon State. And they're turning it into a defensive score.
How fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the football looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. From inside the 10, here he comes. Makes a move. He's got it out. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Right now, the Beavers have the Ducks all dammed up as Oregon State extends its lead.
No, you're right, Reese. Oregon State came into this one juiced up, and they've been clicking on all cylinders, David, offensively and on the defensive side.
Well, you can tell they're playing with a ton of emotion, a ton of energy. They're always the underdog. Everybody expects Oregon to win the football game. Oregon State, they have pride.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him easy.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Pocket breaking down. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
They have a first down at the 41-yard line. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their threat. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Ducks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Quarterback moving. It'll be incomplete. Trying to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody. Quarterback making checks. More to the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's in.
Quarterback, give him a split second more time to complete that throw. They couldn't do it.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. It's dropped. Oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Looking to throw on 1st down. Rushes on him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, there have been way too many incompletions for this offense in this game. It's a big reason why they're trailing, obviously. They've never been able to get into a rhythm, and at this juncture here on a 2-minute situation in your own end, you got to find ways to start throwing completions somewhere out on the field to get back in this game.
This time he's got it. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Trying to escape and get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit and nifty pickup there. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. They'll go up on 2nd and short. Caught over the middle. It's Carl. They'll stop him at the 31. Let's mark it off at 5 yards, and that will be a first down.
QB switched the ball to stop the clock. No gain on the play. 2nd down coming up.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Johnson looking to throw. They're working that left side. And he gets back on top of it and a first disaster. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the first down. And he's just going to spike it.
No gain on the play.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Under fire. He'll try to do it himself. And the ball's on the ground. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
Great job by the defense ending this ball game. Don't give them any life. Great job forcing the fumble. You already got the lead. You take the ball back with a little bit of time. Nail meet coffin.
They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. They'll run the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there. Still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. 2nd down coming up. Looking for space. It's Green. Past the sticks, and he may get more. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
For the offense.
So as they've done so many times in this in-state rivalry, it is the Ducks who outlast the Beavers.
This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did. And we saw some great